Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for April 26, 2022, the Trump held in contempt edition. And we begin with that story as ex-President Donald Trump was ordered to fully comply with the Attorney General's subpoena for documents and will be fined $10,000 a day until he does. A New York State judge held him in contempt for failing to comply with the subpoena, an extraordinary rebuke of the judge. Trump has continually thumbed his nose at the New York Attorney General and the court as well, and the contempt order amounts to a judicial condemnation of his signature tactic. So Mr. Trump may be having to pay some money out for failure to comply. Next up from the Wall Street Journal, Risk and Compliance Journal, David Smagmala reporting the logistics company Toll Holdings has reached a $6.1 million settlement with the U.S. Treasury Department over alleged sanctions involving several nations. The Australia-based company is alleged to have originated or received payments for shipments to affiliates or suppliers routed through North Korea, Iran, Syria, and other entities on OFAC's list of specially designated nationals or blocked persons. The fine could have been much higher, but it was reduced based on several mitigating factors, including self-disclosure, extensive remediation, and extensive cooperation in the investigation. The agency said Toll had restructured its compliance department as well. So cooperation works outside of the DOJ as well. Next up, from Yahoo News, a sometimes contributor to the Daily Compliance News, it reports that blockchain technology is now playing a key role in helping corporations boost their compliance program to fight corruption. One of the largest anti-corruption monitoring companies in Latin America has partnered with blockchain to help provide multinationals operating worldwide. BH Compliance is adopting an innovative technology to ensure data integrity and the fight against corruption across the globe. I've written multiple times on the use of blockchain, potentially in a best practices compliance program, and it's exciting to see this comes to pass. And of course, we end today with the biggest business news of the day. After having announced funding secured, Elon Musk appears to be ready to purchase Twitter for $44 billion. It's not clear what changed the company's tune on this, but this is a significant victory for Elon Musk, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does and how long Twitter exists under his leadership. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.